Okay, so I am slowly cleaning up the mess. I had a bunch of, I shouldn't say a bunch of, a small handful of groceries to put away. And then I decided I'm going to make a pizza. And I decided to use canned soup. That's right. This canned soup. This one here. Just canned soup. I used half of it. The other half I'm going to put in the fridge. But I was just kind of like thinking to myself, the whole Peter Pan thing, and how Robin Williams, rest in peace, buddy, your energy still carries on. How he was trying to explain, with the whole Peter Pan thing. You remember that scene where they're all sitting around the table eating imaginary food? Well, that sort of playfulness, I noticed a lot of commercials lately have been, it's almost like portraying how the children are going to be the ones that take on the burden of raising their parents. Now, I really disagree with that in the sense that that's basically demonizing the whole idea of healing your inner child and being playful, being creative, putting that spark back in your life, getting that flame, that your sunshine, just because let's say a parent that has young children is in tune with their inner child does not mean necessarily they're going to throw everything out the frickin' window. Okay, it's a process. And these commercials that are showing children being so mature, yes, they are very intelligent, yes, they are very smart, and they aren't given enough credit. And it is nature versus nurture, how they're raised, what the system is teaching them. Okay, and at this current time, with the way things are changing and people being more in tune with their inner child, to demonize that sort of healing by making commercials almost like that these new free thinking parents are going to be irresponsible. Oh, because that's the message I was getting when I watch it quickly, and I don't even have cable, but when I see random things pop up on let's say YouTube or something like that, they have commercials, because commercials, but there is subliminal messaging sometimes. And I don't think it's fair to anyways, get back to what I was saying, the whole Peter Pan idea. It is absolutely fun to use your imagination. I'm using some soup, that's right, as like an Alfredo sauce. How it's going to turn out, I have no idea. Am I worried about it? No, not really. Because it's made with love. And I believe that it will turn out good, so it will turn out good. And if it doesn't, well, at least I could say I tried. And it really makes me wonder, this whole idea of people not being able to be creative and be in their element. Everybody has talents, gifts, and abilities, okay? And everybody is important and valuable and has worth. And unfortunately, sometimes when it comes with certain dynamics, like how we're raised or the situation, there does come a lot of pain and trauma that gets passed down when it's not looked at, plain and simple. If you want to see your whole family gathering around for Christmas, and they're all sitting there, they're all carrying their own burdens, their own pain. Does anybody really talk about any of that? Not from my experience. And when it's brought to attention, most people would just rather not. Here's the problem with that I'm seeing, though, is that when they don't do their own healing, they make little comments, or they act spiteful or jealous, or all these negative things that I realized are not even necessary when you have your own inner light. When you're doing well for yourself, you feel good, you love you. Not in a selfish sense, but kind of selfish sense. The fact that you love yourself. You take care of yourself. You know, you make sure you have everything you need. And there is a lot of this idea that you got to sacrifice things. Okay, well, depends what it is. Definitely not people. I wouldn't recommend that, because I would say that's going down the wrong path, but who am I to say? Free will, right? But karma does come back to us all. And yeah, what we put out, we are going to get in return. And sometimes we don't get the positive back in return. But then maybe those are not the right people we're around. Just think about that. If you're constantly putting good out around certain people, family, friends, you name it, you're constantly putting out and you're like, why? Not that you're expecting it, but you're just like, why is this not being reciprocated? Where's the love, right? Why am I being shit on constantly? Why, when I'm doing good things, am people not happy for me, and it turns into a bloody competition? Or you're made to feel like you don't deserve to be happy, or all this bullshit. You know, then maybe it's the individuals you're hanging around. Not so much to say that they're bad people, no. Are they carrying a lot of pain? Quite possibly. Have I still had to learn during my own journey? Lots of things. Yeah, there's moments where I catch myself going back into an unhealed childlike state, and something triggers me, or I get upset about something, and then I have to literally stop and go, wait a minute, okay, why am I really upset? Okay, because I'm being compared. All right, well, am I not good enough for myself? Yeah, I am. So then why am I upset that that person doesn't see my value? Well, because whatever reason, right? But then you have to ask yourself, is that the kind of person you want in your life? Is that the kind of people you want to be around? Is that the kind of family, friends you want to have? You know, if that's the case, and usually I would say the answer is no. But to do all that without judgment is difficult, because you want to be able to understand individuals. I do personally. Anyways, that aside, what else would I wanted to talk about? I was cleaning the oven here. What else was it? Energies, right. So there's masculine energy and there's feminine energy. And what you carry, right, you can have a balance of the two. And energies do usually translate in the form of emotions, from what I'm aware of. And emotions in the 3D body translate into chemicals released that your body runs off of. And individuals, let's say with the community there, you're a male, that you carry feminine energy, or you're a female that carries masculine energy. When one's dominating over the other, that is something that we technically are embodying. Okay, almost think of it like Halloween, when you try on different costumes. But when you're embodying an energy, it's something that you've chose. It's free will. Okay, you can retrain your brain if you want to, but you don't have to. If you feel comfortable in one energy or the other, there's some people that believe in reincarnation or regeneration, if you ask me. But it's not a bad thing. It's not. If you're not going around hurting other people, definitely don't do what my past self would have done for validation for anything. You know, you don't look to other people's for validation. That's usually not a healthy thing to do, because not everybody's going to like you. And most times when an individual doesn't like you, it is not personal, actually. Unless you're hurting them, it's not personal. It's they themselves that would maybe benefit from taking a look internally, introspection. And if they don't want to do that, that's their choice. Free will again. So I think this whole idea that a male is embodying female energy is absolutely true. and that a woman can embody male energy. Yeah. I believe in balance. I think that when two people get together, their energies commingle, and it's important to have balance as well. Me personally, my past relationship, I felt like I was taking on both the masculine and feminine energy. It sucked having to carry both because there was no balance there, almost like a yin and a yang, because I too can carry both, but it didn't feel equal. And then there was some healing that needed to be done in my ex-partner's life. And I don't think he really was ready for that. So when it comes down to it, everybody's responsible for their own energy. What they're giving out is definitely a ripple effect. What they are accepting in is a choice as well. But it's whether or not we are taught about this sort of thing, because I don't think this is discussed very much in school. I think it would be very beneficial to have a class where children learned how to control their emotions, like a specific class. Call it the rainbow class. I don't really care what you call it. A class where children are educated on how to control their emotions. So it's also controlling the chemicals in their body and how to respond to certain situations. You know, this stuff is already technically being implemented in different ways, but not on a wide scale. I don't see it being done that it's a mandatory thing in a curriculum, and I believe that it would be very beneficial to be in the system that we're living in now. Things are changing. It's inevitable, and it's a good change. Balance needs to be brought back. And being well aware of our energies is important, because it's something I was not taught. And when I was around certain individuals that just, you know, they were not running off their own supply, their own battery, their own sunlight, their solar energy. Okay, so individuals I was around that were not running off their own solar energy were taking from me. And I don't even know what's going on externally in the world around us. This whole idea of getting an artificial sun. True sun, I believe, is golden. It's yellow. No? Is that true? Like gold itself, it's very valuable. And to recreate or create artificial sun or artificial light, that's white light. I think even the Edison bulbs that I have in my room is like a yellow hue. It's very calming, by the way. And I don't have any of the fluorescent bulbs in my room or any electronics other than my alarm clock. But educating yourself on certain things is important. Yeah, we get busy. Yeah, we get caught up. Some of you have families to worry about, and it's very important to be, you know, making sure they're okay too. And I cannot imagine juggling everything. I'm barely, you know, just figuring this stuff out. I'm well aware that some other people were taught this sort of stuff by their parents. Like it was passed down, a generational thing. There's a lot of things that now I'm aware of that my parents were aware of, but they never shared with me, which is unfortunate. That's okay. I learned myself. I schooled my own ass. Okay? So, yeah, those are some thoughts I was just thinking about. I'm going to end this video here. Just know if you need to reach out to somebody and you don't feel you can trust anybody, there are programs available that are not necessarily linked to any sort of system. Okay? And there are people out there. And don't forget about your intuition. Your spidey senses are immaculate. Your spidey senses, your intuition, your body's way of telling you yay or nay. Okay? If that makes sense. Just trust yourself. And doing healing is important. And nobody's fucking forcing you to. Nobody's forcing anybody to. They shouldn't be. I feel like sometimes how passionate I am. My one friend was laughing at me when I said this. I have so much passion when I talk about things. And he laughed because it's almost like okay, yeah, you want to blame it on passion. Right, okay. But yes, my passion for things. I'm passionate about people healing themselves because maybe it's a little selfish to want people to heal because I know everybody will be happier and then they won't, maybe target me. They won't wish ill on me. I wish you all well. I wish you the best. You're going to do all right. And you already are. And we'll all get through this. Keep the high vibes going, okay?